Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. Today is September 21st, 2020, and we are going to discuss the hottest and the trending stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange today. And I will also include the ones that you have requested. In the meantime, if this is your first time to watch our video, I am doing daily reviews of your favorite stocks. So I am inviting everyone to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. Okay? And in tonight's episode, we have a very interesting discussion because yes, yeah, this day we had, I think, a lot of good stocks that really soared high in today's performance. And if we are to look at them, just take a look at the top four stocks highly traded for the day. You'd notice, what can you see here? What kind of companies do we have on the top four? So you would notice that these four stocks are related to close to the tech companies. So if in the US tech companies are really excelling in this period, this is the closest, or these are the stocks closest to that. And this my take on this is that, of course, majority of us are in a work from home setup, and we've adjusted to this kind of lifestyle already. So maybe we have already created the new normal whereby everything that we do, we are highly dependent on the internet and everything that's related to telecommunication, right? So we have the two major ones, of course, Globe and PLDT. They were the ones who had a good rally at the start of the pandemic. And right now, with, of course, we'll discuss each one here, but let's start with now. Now over here, we had almost ceiling pay. How many cents away from 50%, which is the maximum amount or increase that a stock could achieve in any given day. And the reason for that is, I think this is a perfect timing for them to announce that. They had a disclosure released today, and they said that now Telecom is going to be listed by way of introduction in time for the issuance. So they were, I think, granted to operate. Here, hold on just a minute. So here, now Telecom is also preparing for public listing via way of introduction in the Philippine Stock Exchange. And primarily, what they are trying to achieve here is, so NTC here has extended the provisional authority of its telco unit, Now Telecom, to install, operate, and maintain a mobile telecommunications system. So along with PLDT, Globe, Dito, Now is one of the four companies with the license to operate in the country. I think it's over here. Where is that? Here. Now Corporation said its telco unit is one of the four firms with cellular mobile telephone service licenses in the country. So, of course, this is a very promising. There's a promising future ahead of now. So, how are we going to treat this? If you are a trader, I'd have to say, yeah, there could be, especially when you have on the first day, when you have a ceiling pay, the sentiment, okay, the buying sentiment is still there. However, don't expect for it to really climb like non-stop in the coming days, because first of all, um, it might take some time before everything gets gets operational. For instance, in the third telco, there are a lot of pre-work that needs to be done before they go live. In the same manner, here are so many things that they still have to do on the back end before they could implement this. They could implement this, and but of course, if you are a trader, you want to ride the wave. And with the first day on a ceiling with a great volume over here, there's a big possibility that the next day we might have some more push in the price. However, um, there could be, because we've seen this so many times, right? Um, Especially in this period, people are very conservative in their portfolio. So we might see the price moving higher, and then there's a possibility, let's say, when the price reaches this level, because there's a wick over here in the, when was this, August 27. So there's a chance that it could push the price higher, but be very, very careful. Um, Second half of the day, or not second half, or only up to 1 o'clock. Um, Latter part of the day, like last 1 hour probably, or at any time you already see some signs of weakness, try to lock in some profit. Because I feel like there is, even because some, if you have this, sometimes the next day it goes gap up, push the price higher, and then last hour of the day they all take profit. But if you are a long-term investor, my take on this is that yes, there's a big chance that it could still reach so high, given that we have dropped so much. And I'm telling you guys, there are a lot of people who have been trapped at this level since 2018. And this could be a good opportunity for these people. My 2 cents for this is that if you are considering to average down, this is a good level to start doing that, right? If you can haggle, but we really do not know. It depends on the first 30 minutes of the of the day tomorrow. If the market will give you a chance. So it's really, we're uncertain yet, but I just feel I just feel positive that in the coming days there are really more push in the price. If we're going to look at the technicals, imagine this: we've been on a very constricted Bollinger Band in the past how many months? So it's just moving quietly with a slow increase in the price. You see that it's climbing up. Maybe some people who already may have insider scoop about what's going to happen. Maybe they have already started accumulating volume right over here. And from a constricted Bollinger Band, we've expanded, and so we might see that. It's just that this stock, like before, there are so many traders, and they might be pushing the price higher, and then it will just collapse, like this one. Perfect example, just the same stock. Um, it might do something like this again, right? I don't know how big this is, but it's, I don't think this is 50%, but that's almost, oh yeah, 25%. So what happened here? Gap up, push the price higher, and then take profit. So it had that. So just be extra careful, because we might experience the same again. So if you are already in it and you already have a position, be very, very careful, because I just sense that we might have a gap up and people will take profit. Okay, but if you're an investor, don't rush. I just feel like there's a big chance that price will be revisited, and if you see the potential of this stock, um, I'm thinking even anywhere from 2.67 to 67 to this level. I think that's just a tolerable entry. It's still okay to enter at that level if you're a long-term investor. See that? Because imagine that this price level, I think it's a reset of the price. See that? Previously, it was just averaging at that area and shoot up in the price, and here it is again. So at any time, just try to observe, play it by ear, and these are the key levels from 2.7 to 310 are my recommended areas because I just feel like uh, just in case tomorrow they will repeat this kind of movement, catch it at a discounted price. But overall, with the news that they've shared today, that is a very good sign. We just do not know if there is a parallel movement because they are going to have a listing by way of introduction, right? So definitely there is another stock that's purely for the third telco. But because Now Corporation is still the holding company that is associated to Now Telecom, they might have the same movement, but we just do not know how the pacing is. Okay, so we all have different profiles. So definitely, this is another exciting day to watch out for tomorrow. But for me, if I'm to trade this, but I already have a position in Dito. That's why even if I find it really interesting, um, I cannot watch the market full time tomorrow. So definitely, I will not be able to engage in this. And in the context of diversifying, I just cannot have two telco companies in my portfolio. I have to choose one. And I already have started building my volume in Dito. And so far, we're in a promising level, and so I'm waiting for it. Now, TBGI. TBGI also had a a good bounce right here. It may have not reached the 50% level, but imagine this, um, it has dropped significantly. And then we went sideways and notice this similar to how your Now corporation formed prior to this big jump in the price. It came from a constricted band and it started to trigger the upper Bollinger Band. So I just feel like in the coming days, they also had, by the way, a disclosure here. They said something about um, when was that? I think, let me see. Oh, let me just open this. I was reading that earlier. Something to do with supporting the work from home setup. I forgot where I read that. TBGI. Anyway, so I'm for TBGI. They have their own thing. Something to do with. I was not able to capture that. I was reading it earlier. But let's just base our analysis for TBGI according to the chart here. For TBGI, we came from a constricted band, and so it has started to climb. One thing, though, that we need to take note of here is that look at this, almost at the same spot. It almost did a 50%. It almost did a 50%. It almost had a ceiling play. Oh no, 37%. Well, almost there, but people took profit. So I'm thinking we might just be could be here around this level, and that could be an area of bounce. So it might revisit the 0.20 to 0.21, and it will most likely same as how um, the other stocks are going to perform from a constricted band, and it starts pushing the upper band. There is really big buying sentiment in that case, but just to be on the conservative side, especially because there was a rejection right at this area, we might have some more. By tomorrow, it might revisit your previous resistances here. Could be in this level or this level over here. So it's very near in that area. This one, let me just remove this drawing over here. Remove, remove. Okay, so you see this? This used to be a resistance, and this area as well as a resistance. So I'm plotting these key levels as possible area where your price will revisit. So, but after that, I just feel strongly about a stock when it does this. It triggers the upper band. And for as long as we are still outside of the Bollinger Band, maybe here, then that means there will be some more movement going up. Okay, the next one here is ECP. Oh, it was ECP. It was ECP that I read earlier. Something to do with, let me just open this in another tab. ECP was the one who mentioned that EasyCall offers productivity and security tech to make work from home more manageable. So I think anything that that will make work from home a a good experience. And how are we going to achieve that? Of course, something to do with telecom, something to do with the internet, um, all these things that are influencers of these um, business model, or it has this kind of business model, there it will flourish if we are going to have an extended period of time in this kind of environment, right? And I'd like to link it to the progress of the vaccine, and I don't think we are going to have um, any vaccine released before 2021, or before 2020 ends. The earliest from the news, I know my husband actually told me about this. In the US, it might be available in April of 2021, so that's a long time. So what about the Philippines? I bet if it's gonna be in the US first, it might take some time before these vaccines reach the Philippines. So from this point until that day comes, we really need to have a good internet and good work from home setup. And these companies, like the telecom companies, are really going to have a a big exposure or a good opportunity to really excel during this period. No wonder now has made that move in this perfect time. So similar to now, ECP also has something good um, for us here. So I think that's going to be almost the same looking. Let me see. Let me just go back to TBGI. Yeah, almost the same chart. ECP. I know for TBGI, their main business model is into towers. So telecom is going to be the in thing in the coming months, and these telecom companies will need towers, so they will tap these companies. So if one goes up, then chances are these other companies related to the telecom business will also take will avail of this kind of momentum. So if you are to look at it, ECP also came from a very constricted band, and next, I think we are going to also continue moving higher, but before it does that, we might see some more profit taking, because some people may have entered right here, and if they were not able to take profit, then it might revisit the previous levels first before it takes off fully. Overall, if you are a long-term investor, this is your risk to reward ratio. But take note, from 2018, this was also the period when these names, these companies were so hot because we're in the third telco Serye. And now I think we're starting to have that kind of rally again. So we could see some more push in the price in the coming days. But just in case, if we're going to go back here, if you can haggle for a few pesos, I think around 7.03. You had your resistance right here previously, but we really have no control. What if the price does not revisit this key level? So you still have to decide. But depending on your profile, some people are willing to wait, and they stick to the plan. If the price does not reach 7.05, they won't enter. But again, looking at the long-term perspective, if your profile suits that kind of duration, willing to stay in a stock for a month or even years, this is a very good area to start accumulating volume. Right. And the fourth in the telco Serye, okay. This one is I'm purely basing my analysis here. So we were talking about this earlier, no, previous day, over the weekend, right? We said that this is our resistance. Now, if you see some rejection happening at that level, then there's a possibility it will decline. But look what happened today. It is a breakout. Okay, so it managed to break out of 382. So I feel strongly about this stock as well. We might see some more push in the price tomorrow, right? At least it's just a tolerable increase in the price, 957. So there's really a big opportunity, especially if you're a momentum trader. We just broke out of that resistance, so exciting days ahead of us. Okay, so this one too almost reached 9 peso level, but for now, very big drop right here. We even reached 20 pesos. So imagine this. So we just do not know up to which key level or price level will these stocks revisit. Overall, it's just really these stocks are so hot and so trending, and if they are trending, there could be a lot of good moves for this stock. I just want you guys to be extra careful for now, because between the two, Dito is almost, we're very near the launch date. Now, we don't know yet because it's still fresh news. There could be a lot more, there are a lot of things to prepare for that. So, in terms of long term, no problem. You have a good key level. But if you are purely trading the stock, make sure you watch the market whole day tomorrow, because this stock has a tendency to do that. Increase in the price, gap up again tomorrow. So I just sense that might happen again. It might go gap up, but then of course the entire day it will fluctuate, push the price higher, and then they will take profit. Okay, so if you want, you can catch it then. If you don't want that kind of thrill, you cannot handle that extreme emotion, because really, I'm telling you guys, tomorrow, make sure you take action really fast. You had 11,000 trades. There's foreign buying as well. They know that the technicals from a constricted Bollinger Band. I don't know what kind of indicator they're using, but definitely it came from a constricted band. That's why um, technicals plus uh, fundamentals, it matched or it complemented one another, hence the ceiling play today. Okay, so I think this episode is just purely dedicated to our telco Serye 2020. I'll record another one for our other stocks. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and don't forget to watch the next video. Okay, bye bye for now.